And I've lost my sports, of course. What a shock. But
lost my sports, of course, unless my sports, of course. Unless my sports is about that horse, of course, the famous Barbaro. That wasn't bad. Look, that was ad-libbed. Ladies and gentlemen, you may think that during spots I wrote that. I didn't. That just happened.
There is a new sports story, though, that is very surprising to me, and we'll make it our lead story as a way of honoring our brethren. Art Regner has been fired at WXYT.
He's been fired?
He's been fired, yeah. And
wow, I used to love to listen to him rage on about the Lions.
Yeah, that was back when in his 11:30 days.
Back in his 11:30 days. I used to love that.
And I knew when 1270 went sports, and they...
Has the boom been lowered?
Yes, the boom's been lowered. Art, you even earned a drop. You're that important. Anyway, they spent so much money getting the Red Wings and Tigers, and they signed Gibson, Eli, Gary Danielson. They just spent money like it was going out of style. I never imagined how XYT, unless they just destroyed the fan, which is the little train that could. And the fan not having the sports teams, not being able to afford the contracts, they can rip them with very little repercussions.
Which is what everybody always thought was the more favorable thing.
Hear.
Because when you have the contract, you've got to fall all over them.
Yeah, you have to kiss their ass.
And especially the Illich stuff. Absolutely.
So anyway, familiar voice on Detroit Sports Talk Radio lost his job when Big Show host Art Regner was fired during the latest retooling at 1270 WXYT. Sports Inferno, hosted by Terry Foster and Mike Valenti, moves from mid-mornings to 2 to 6, the drive time slot. The Big Show will air from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., pairing Scott Anderson and Doug Karsh. Art also hosted the station's pre- and post-game shows for the Red Wings. In fact, Art, of all the radio people, I don't know anybody tighter with the Red Wings. I was told it had nothing to do with my performance. It was all a simple matter of budget cuts. I was a bit surprised, I can't lie. Doug and I had gotten the best ratings the station ever had in that afternoon time slot. We've all been fired in radio, and I know exactly how he feels. That's all I can say about that. I made a nice salary there, so I guess it made me vulnerable. The way things have been happening at the station with cost-cutting, I guess you can't say I was entirely out of the blue. Big Show producer Tom Mazaway and creative voice Don Swindell were let go 2 weeks ago by WXYT. So that's the way it goes.
Days of rising healthcare costs, blah, 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 lip service. Get out!
Northwest has pulled their Carmelo. All right, it's a little after 10 at WRIF. And have to admit, I'm somewhat shocked at the firing of Art Regner. Although everybody gets fired in radio eventually. Mike, you've never been fired, have you?
Never.
Maybe you'll be the first.
Could happen. It could happen. Hey,
Has the boom been lowered?
I guess I've watched enough people around me get fired. Every which way, every kind of profession there is.
Lower the boom!
I've been fired before in other jobs. It's never pretty. I always end up crying somewhere along the line.
Isn't the old saying you haven't started your radio career till you've been fired?
Yeah, you've taken no risks in radio until you've been fired.
We took plenty of risks, I think.
We did. We took a lot of risks.
For 10 people.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, this is too bad. I feel bad for Art. Although Art's not married with a family, is he? I know Doug Karsh he's married, he's got kids. Stoney's got kids. Wojo, I don't think has kids. But generally you feel it's tougher on the guys with marriages and kids and in-laws, and because people don't understand. They think, this is what was so bad about being fired for me, was that people thought, oh, God, Drew got fired? Gee, what did he do? And I don't think people normally... They don't look at it as radio people know that you just get fired sometimes. Ratings are bad.
Just because.
Whatever, format change.
Less artsy, more fartsy.
It's just the nature of the business.
Can we change the subject? This is a real bummer.
Yeah, enough of this. This is really a bummer.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.